I used to think emotional distance was a form of strength, that not needing anyone meant I was stable. It felt like discipline, like mastery over my own interior. I didn't lean too far in any direction. I didn't allow anyone enough access to rearrange me. I remained intact, and I mistook that intactness for depth. There's a certain quiet that follows when you stop reaching. At first it feels almost sacred. Your mood belongs to you. Your days unfold without negotiation. No one can tilt your balance. No one can touch the fragile architecture you built to keep yourself standing. You call this independence. You call this growth. But distance has a shadow. It does not remove longing. It only contains it. The cooling happens slowly. You begin to respond instead of initiate, to observe instead of enter. You sit across from someone and feel the invisible space between your words and theirs. Not hostility, not rejection, just a slight withdrawal, as if you are keeping a reserve of yourself untouched, unspent. Sometimes I think I have been living one step outside my own life, watching conversations happen, watching warmth move across the room, watching myself participate without ever fully stepping into the current. It is a strange thing to be present and unreachable at the same time. Emotional distance feels clean. That is part of its seduction. No chaos, no loss of control, no sudden collapse of identity because someone walked away. You remain coherent, unbroken, undisturbed. But coherence can become a prison when nothing is allowed to disrupt it. There is something almost existential about it. To choose distance is to choose a controlled version of reality, a smaller radius of feeling, a narrower spectrum of risk. You reduce the possibility of pain, but you also reduce the possibility of being altered. And perhaps being altered is the only way we ever become more than we are. I told myself I had learned that closeness is volatile, that attachment makes you irrational, that it is wiser to stay measured. But I am beginning to suspect that what I called wisdom was simply fear, refined into composure. Fear with better lighting. There are evenings when the silence around me feels heavier than it should. The room is still, my phone is quiet, and yet there is an absence that hums beneath everything. Not dramatic, not tragic, just persistent. I realize then that I have protected myself so thoroughly that nothing reaches me anymore. And nothing reaching you is not the same as being safe. It is possible to remain so carefully intact that life begins to pass around you instead of through you. You become the observer of your own existence, the witness, not the participant.
I hope you lot enjoyed my video. Thank you very much for sticking around if you're still watching this. I really appreciate it. I just want to say a few words to the people who support me to keep going, keep pushing at your goals, never give up. I asked for some questions for a Q&A, and unfortunately, I mean, not to my surprise because not many people really know me, but I didn't get many questions. So I got like 2. I'll be real, I got like 2 questions, and I could have faked it to pretend I got a load, but I didn't. All right, I'm gonna be real with it. I didn't get many questions. I got one on my YouTube and one on my Instagram, so I'm just gonna answer those on this video. One of my questions was, could you please explain how you would efficiently organize your time to fit in 5 meals a day during a lean bulk while working an 8-hour job, 8 to 4, going to the gym after work, preparing meals for the next day, and still getting enough sleep? I asked about this in another video a few days ago, but you didn't reply, so I'm sorry about that. Right. It depends on the job that you do. So the way I do it, I work a 9 to 5 in an office. I have my first meal around 5:30 in the morning. That's meal number 1. I then go to the gym, and then as soon as I finish the gym around 9 a.m, I then have my post-workout meal. So that's my meal number 2. A couple of hours after that, I have a snack, but I don't really count that as a meal. Around lunchtime, which is quite, it's quite easy to have your lunchtime during your break, I then have my third meal, my third official meal at least. And then a couple of hours after that, I have like another snack. And then come 5 to 6 o'clock in the evening, I have my tea, my dinner, whatever you want to call it. So that's my 4th meal. And then I also have some snacks after that and like a yogurt bowl and that. So I guess overall you could say I have 5 meals. But the way I schedule it is quite nice, because where I work, they're fairly lenient. I think they're quite used to me just eating a lot all the time. So I'm quite blessed in that way. So it really depends on the job you work in. If you work in a job, like an office job like myself, where you're able just to go to the fridge and grab a snack and then get back to your desk and eat while working, then obviously do that. I think that's one of the easiest ways. I'm quite lucky to have an office job just for the eating purposes, if that makes sense, because if I was doing labor, if I was a bricklayer, for example, I can't just walk off site and eat some food and come back. I mean, I don't believe you can. I don't actually know because I haven't done it, but that's my assumption. In terms of sleep, one of the most important things just for your general health, and especially if you're working hard in the gym, I'm just going to turn my brightness up, especially if you're working hard in the gym, recovery is so important. You have to understand, when you're sleeping, that's when you're building the muscle. After the session, that's when you build the muscle. You're only breaking the muscle down when you're in the gym. So to rebuild it, you need to rest and have your protein. I would prioritize sleep over your workout timing in some sense. I'd make sure you get at least 7 hours before thinking I need to have like an hour and a half workout, because if you have more sleep, you're going to feel more energized, you're going to feel more happy, you're going to feel more motivated, rather than being on 4 hours sleep and trying to hit a 2-hour gym session. You're just going to feel rough and you're not going to be able to put as much effort into your session as you would if you had a better time of sleep. The way I'm currently scheduling my sleep at the moment, and this is honestly so beneficial for me, and once I'm out my routine I hate it because it takes me so long to get back into it, and I feel so much worse when I'm not in this routine. So I get home at 5 o'clock from work, right? I have like my food. The last time I'm eating is around 7 o'clock. As soon as it hits 8 o'clock, that's when I'm not looking at any sort of screens, or at least I try to, because blue light is something that disturbs your sleep pattern, and it's something to do with it doesn't give you the best quality of sleep. So I try to avoid my phone, I avoid the TV, I avoid my computer. If I literally have to go on it, then I wear blue light glasses. So yeah, not looking at screens an hour before bed has helped me out so much. And what I'm doing in the space of that hour from me not looking at screens to my bedtime is usually just getting ready for the next day. That's usually when I have my shower, pack my bags, get my food ready. So it's quite nice. It's quite nice to relax your body, lower your heart rate before you're going into bed. And I can promise you your sleep will be so much better. I've had people ask me, how do you sleep better? and that's how, okay? So no blue light an hour before bed. Try not eat before bed if possible, because I'm pretty sure that also disturbs it, as it's increasing your heart rate. Try be in a dark room or a room that's not fully lit. Avoid looking at daylight. Like, these little things, I know it may sound stupid, but they're aspects that are going to help your sleep quality if you actually focus on avoiding certain things and prioritizing certain things. So I understand it's hard, and I know you're trying to fit in your meals and your work life and your sleep and then gym. It's hard. That's why I'm saying, like, you do sacrifice a lot doing this. And if you want to try be the best you, if you want to try be perfect at everything, you have to sacrifice these things. You have to say no to your friends and family sometimes, to going out late at night. You have to sacrifice, like, things you enjoy for yourself. I don't know if you're at the age where you like playing Xbox or something, but sometimes you got to say to yourself, I'm going to bed in an hour. I could play the Xbox right now, but I want tomorrow to be a good day. So I'm going to come off it, and in the moment you're going to hate it, and then your mind's going to start telling you, oh, it's fine, it's just an hour. Like, just play it, just do what you enjoy. You only live once. But at the same time, that's the voice inside your head that's comfortable and trying to make you comfortable. And you have to understand that being comfortable in life isn't going to make you grow. You have to put yourself in an uncomfortable position. And that being relative to being uncomfortable in other aspects of life, I'm literally saying just get off the Xbox, and that makes you uncomfortable. It's not really a big thing, is it? But just within this scenario, it's a big thing. Okay, so get off the Xbox, get off your phone an hour before bed, and I can assure you that the next day you're going to feel so much better. At least do it for one day. If you can't bring yourself to listen to your mind for one day for the greater good, I don't know. It's not good. That's not good. Okay, you need to take control of your mind and do what's best for you. And I understand it's hard in the moment, but at least come off that phone for 15 minutes and your mind will eventually change anyway, and it'll be like, actually, I'm kind of sleepy right now. Like, I want to go to sleep. So even if it's that, just give yourself 15 minutes. Look at the clock. Get off your phone. In the next 15 minutes, I can assure you, you don't want to go back on that phone. But with everything you do, you want to make sure that you're still happy. Okay, so that's the key. You don't want to make yourself unhappy for the sake of it. When I don't do these certain things, I don't love it. I understand I'd be happier in some moments if I didn't do what I do, but at the same time, I'm proud of how far I've come. And I know what I'm speaking about right now is not even deep in life, but they're just little things that's helped me. And it's not even just like getting off your phone. It's the sense of telling yourself, I'm going to get off my phone at this time, and you actually do it. And it does give you that sense of control. And I can promise you it's going to help you in other aspects of life when you need to take control of your mind. This is just the practice before you get into the actual game. I know that is a very long answer, so it's probably a good job that I only have one more question to go. But I hope you understand what I've kind of said. Okay, just make your routine. You'll become addicted to your routine as soon as you have it set in place. As long as it can work around you, then it will be fine, I can assure you. Prioritize, make sure that you're still happy in life, trial different things out, and just go from there. And just change it up. If you need to change it up, then change it up slightly. But try your best not to fall back into the bad patterns. My only other question was, something about competing, 1 second. Will I consider competing? Honestly, I've said it before, I'm not really looking to compete. If anything, I would go through everything to do with competing in terms of diet and training and putting myself through what seems hell, and just leave it at that, to be honest. And I'd probably post my physique on my social media, and I would probably document the whole journey on my channel. But to get up on stage and start posing, it's not really me. It's not something I've ever considered. I don't think my physique's that good, so I'd like to win. You know, I would like to look at my physique and be like, there ain't no one beating me if I was to ever compete. And I'm just not at that level. And it's not because I don't work harder than people. It's because genetically my physique isn't amazing. So it's just not something I'll do. But I would love to go through the process of it. I think dialing in for however long they do it for, putting themselves through that struggle, I think the mental strength that you gain and just the experience, I think that's sick. I would like to do something like that one day, but yeah, in terms of competing, it's just not for me. I had 2 questions. I'm going to ask ChatGPT to give me one question to finish off the video. Okay, I told ChatGPT to give me a deep question for my YouTube video. What part of yourself are you still trying to fix? Damn, that is deep. Wow. Phew. That's very deep. Okay. What am I still trying to fix? I want to fix, like, if I'm being honest, I just want to feel love again, to be honest. I miss the feeling of love. Like, if I'm true, it actually give me goosebumps speaking about it, but I miss it, to be honest. Love is one of the best things in the whole world, and it's like a drug. I say love is a drug. It's like an addiction. Yeah, I mean, I don't really want to speak about my ex, but like the relationship I had with her, like in the good moments, I was the happiest boy alive, honestly. And unfortunately, things happen. I know people who go through breakups and it's the worst, and I hate to see it because I know how bad it feels. And I know I went through mine at a fairly young age, but that love I felt was real love, and it's sad to see people go. I don't know what the word is, but I really connect with people, and I have like an attachment, not an issue, but I get really attached to people. So when they like leave my life, I find it really tricky to move on. I don't really believe in second love, to be honest. I don't think I don't think second love is real, which it makes it worse for me. Like, I want to believe in second love. That's what I want to try to fix about myself. I'm gonna try to fix that I can love again at some stage, and I'll put myself in such a mindset that I was destroyed by love, essentially, that now when I look at it, I just shy away. I can't look at anyone now and be happy or be open with them because I just know it destroyed me inside, and I can't go through that again. No, honestly, it destroyed me. So, look, if I'm being real, I want to fix my relationship with loving someone again. And it's not something I want to do like soon. I'll be honest, I'm just too busy in life right now, and I couldn't bring myself to be with a girl if I'm not ready, because I won't want to put them through that situation. But one day it would be nice to maybe try again with someone. But yeah, right now it's that's something that's like deep, not in my mind, it's deep in my heart that it wants to love again. But other than that, yeah, I mean, that's the first thing that come to my head, to be honest. I see these people move on straight away sometimes, and I'm like, how do you do that? Like, how do you physically just go from loving someone from the next week? You'll be like sleeping with someone else, or you even have another relationship with someone else, and I find that crazy. Like, that's not real to me. Because I just think, well, what you had with that other person was just fake then. I just see love differently, so that's why I found it like really hard to move on, and I find it really hard to process. But yeah, on that note, that was deep. But thank you very much for everything. I'm sorry, this video is going to be out quite late because I need to get to work, actually. I'm going to be late for work. I need to leave. But thank you so much for taking your time to watch this video. It's been a pleasure. I love you lot so much. Please like, subscribe. I promise I'm gonna stick with this for the rest of my life. I'm not gonna be one of those people who just want your money or just want your clicks. I don't care. I want to build a relationship with you lot. I want to help you through mental and physical strength and struggle, whatever it is. So thank you so much. Please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you soon.